10 most painful insect stings in the world. Insects and creepy crawlers. Need we say more? They're some of the most terrifying creatures to ever roam this planet. And while we might occasionally freak out at the thought of a cockroach scuttling up our pants, there are genuinely some insects out there that are the stuff of our nightmares. It's not so much how they look, rather how they pack a punch when it comes to the sting department. With that being said, let's take a look at 10 insects with some of the most excruciatingly painful stings in the world. Find out which insect sting is 30 times more painful than a sting from a regular old bee. Number 10. Sweat bee. Sweat bee? Bet you've never heard of this bee before. Well, that's because it's a specific name given to different bees that are attracted to the salts secreted from human sweat. These bees are found in thrones in the northern parts of the United States, and they love to come out during summer. They only reach a length of about 5 millimeters, but if one of these suckers were to sting you, you'd be crying in your bed for days on end. And that's specifically from the female. In fact, her sting is so toxic and severe, it causes a searing and burning sensation that leads to the formation of an ugly papule at the point of the sting. Ew. Number 9. Fire ant. It's a rule of thumb, anyone who's ever been stung by fire ants never wants to go close to them again. And that's because the fire ant sting brings a sharp, excruciating pain that will lead to swelling and extreme difficulty in breathing. Fire ants are found in great numbers in Central and South America, especially in the rainforests. They reside in colonies based in mounds under rocks as well as decayed woods. In general, fire ants are very aggressive insects. They will attack anything that comes across their path. And once disturbed, these fire ants will immediately retaliate, swarm their enemy, and begin stinging viciously to inject their potent venom. They love attacking in groups to overwhelm their victim. So what makes their venom extremely unbearable? Well, it contains oily aliphatic alkaloids and piperidine toxin, which are toxic to the skin. A group attack from fire ants can result in severe medical conditions such as intense itching, vomiting, swelling, sharp pain, difficulty in breathing, as well as the formation of white, painful pustules. Number 8. Bullhorn Acacia. The Bullhorn Acacia ant is well known for its symbiotic relationship with the Bullhorn Acacia tree. This aggressive ant is practically the Wolverine of ants, and it lives in Bullhorn Acacia plants that are spread widely across Central America. So, if you ever plan to go camping in Central America, just make sure you don't go anywhere near a bullhorn tree. You might just instantly regret it. While Bullhorn Acacia ants have a strict omnivorous diet of plants and insects, they are extremely aggressive and will attack any victim they come across. And that's not even the half of it. The acacia ant stings are extremely painful and can feel like something is gnawing at your skin for ages. The best choice is to avoid contact with these ants completely. Like if you see them climbing an acacia tree, just go the other direction. Number 7. The bald-faced hornet. The bald-faced hornet is one of the most dominating insects located throughout North America. Interestingly, did you know that the bald-faced hornet is actually not a hornet? It's given the name hornet because of its impressively massive size, as the average adult can grow up to 20 millimeters. That's pretty big for an insect. As social creatures, the bald-faced hornet resides in colonies that can have up to 200 to about 400 members. They love to build their homes in vegetation and trees in forested areas. Now, if this is the first time that you've heard of bald-faced hornets, then you're in for a very big surprise. Because these insects are some of the most violent and aggressive six-legged creatures in the world. They are extremely territorial and will attack anything that comes close to their nesting site. Boasting super smooth stingers, they are capable of stinging a victim repeatedly without hurting themselves. Their sting also contains venom, and just a single sting can bring about endless torture. You'll also experience redness, intense itching, a burning sensation, as well as rack up a number of hospital bills. To ensure their nest remains protected, a bald-faced hornet will shoot their venom into the eyes of the intruder to blind them. Yikes. Number 6. Yellowjacket. Considered one of the most dangerous species of wasp in the world, the yellowjacket certainly induces fear into the hearts and souls of anybody that accidentally wanders into the path of a colony of these insects. They are named yellowjackets because of their distinctive yellow and black markings. They reside in colonies of up to 4,000 members, preferably in dense bushes or underground mounds that they build for themselves. So, just how aggressive are these creatures? Well, they love to attack as a group whenever they feel extremely threatened and will sting without mercy. I mean, these fellas don't stop coming. The immediate side effects from their lethal stings include difficulty in breathing, swelling, dizziness, weakness, tightness in the chest, and at times even fainting. Number 5. Honeybees. Did you know that honeybees are the only insects in the world that actually produce viable food consumed by humans? We're talking about nature's sweet and succulent delight, honey. For centuries, bees have provided us with honey, and while they are peaceful when treated with respect, they can turn into your worst nightmare when provoked. And let's be honest, we've all experienced a bee sting at one point or another. Despite packing a punch in the sting department, honeybees die shortly after they sting their victim. That's because their stingers are attached to their digestive tract and nerves, so when it stings a victim, it is ripped out of its body. But even after the bee dies, the muscle valve within the stinger still continues to pump toxins into the body of its victim. Yup, bee stings are no joke, and a sting from multiple bees can result in dizziness, vomiting, anaphylactic shock, and eventually death. Number 4. Red Harvester Ant. Red Harvester. Can a name be any more cryptic? Yep, the red harvester ant is an aggressive species of ant that is native to the southwest of the United States. They closely resemble fire ants, but are not biologically related to them. Red harvester ants reside in colonies and nest underground. They will attack anything that comes too close to the mound, or whenever they feel threatened. And they don't play around, biting intruders with vicious intent. The venom released by red harvest ants can be extremely allergic and can result in severe numbness, pain, intense itching, and swelling as well as weakness. Number 4. Paper wasp. Beautiful nests and deadly stings. That's the story behind these terrifying insects right here. These wasps actually get their name from the paper-like nests they like to build on door frames and roofs of different buildings. Okay, so maybe paper wasps aren't the most aggressive insects in the world, but boy do they pack a mean punch. The good thing is that they only attack a victim if they feel threatened, so they won't bug you if you don't mess with them. Nevertheless, they have an extremely painful sting, and it can be quite uncomfortable. If a paper wasp senses that it's under threat, it will immediately release pheromones to alert other members of the colony. The end result could potentially be dangerous for the person that is stung, as you could go into instant shock, experience intense pain, allergic reactions, swelling, itching, and redness. So, now we've come to the best pick of the day. Imagine having an entire tick lodged into your skin and sucking on your blood like this. Looks pretty painful if you ask me. While tick bites are not necessarily painful, they can be quite uncomfortable, to say the least. How many stitches do you think this guy needed after getting the tick dislodged from his arm? Number 2. Tarantula Hawk. The sting of a tarantula hawk is considered to be the second most powerful sting in the world. It hurts pretty bad, and will probably leave you wondering why you decided to tour the rainforest regions of either Asia, the Americas, or Africa. That being said, there is a relatively large population of tarantula hawks in North America. Plus, they are considered the official state insect of New Mexico. So, what makes the tarantula hawk extremely deadly? Well, with a 1/3 inch stinger that is quite the horror to say the least, you can rest assured that the unbearable pain will last for 3 to 4 minutes. Additionally, the sting can cause fatigue, weakness, and eventually result in fainting. The smartest thing you can do is try as much as you can to stay away from these vicious creatures. Number 1. Bullet ant. No doubt the title for the most painful sting in the world goes to the bullet ant. There have been numerous stories of how excruciatingly painful the sting is to humans. In fact, the sting measures an impressive level 4 on the Schmidt Pain Level Index, which is the highest of any stinging insect on the planet. The pain is unbearable, and it lasts for a shocking 24 hours. Additionally, the bullet ant is one of the largest ants in the world. They can reach an impressive length of 1.2 inches, and are found largely in Paraguay and Nicaragua. They love to make a home for themselves under the base of trees, so if you're ever out and about on safari, watch out for these nasty critters right there. Normally, bullet ants will attack whenever they feel threatened. They're endowed with a very sharp stinger, and generally the sting is 30 times more painful than a bee sting. Now you won't want to get in the way of that, would you? So, with that being said, we've come to the end of the video. Which of these insect stings have you ever experienced before, and how did you react to it? Let us know in the comments section below. Want more videos that will exist until the end of time? Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.